Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. She was charged with protecting and caring for them, but instead this local daycare provider was caught on camera abusing a baby. Today, Shannon Perkins will learn her sentence.
Creating new parks, housing for the homeless, and new technology. Everyone wants a piece of the new measure in tax funds. We'll tell you how much there is to spend and what the committee had to say about these requests.
Kern County feeds the world, and today farmers will show local children how. With hands-on experience with livestock to machinery, we'll take you live to Farm Day in the city. This is Tuesday, March 26, 2019. Good morning. Great to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen alongside Tabitha Mills and Kevin Charette. Alex Fisher still out exploring the world. He'll be back sometime next week.
Yeah, and Tab, you're excited for today, Farm Day?
Oh, I love Farm Day in the city.
Right up your alley.
Yeah, I wish I was there right now.
Yeah, we're sending Mary Kate out
I might
instead.
disappear.
Yeah, it'll be a good day for all those kids learning about all that. And it'll be a great weather day for it as well. We're still going to see some sunshine, but increasing clouds, and still tracking maybe a little bit of rain heading into tomorrow and Thursday. 51 degrees on the temperature right now. No winds to talk about, so it's a fairly mild morning. As we take a look at the hour by hour, we're going to start out in the 50s, and then this afternoon, another day in the 70s. But again, we will see some increasing clouds throughout the day. And then for the mountains, you're at 34 right now. An east-southeast wind at 3, so light. And then hour by hour, starting out in the 30s, you're expecting the 60s today with increasing clouds throughout the afternoon as well.
A local child care provider accused of child abuse will be formally sentenced today as part of a plea deal. You may remember police arrested 34-year-old Shannon Perkins in December after surveillance video caught her physically abusing a child at her in-home daycare. Last month, she pleaded no contest to felony child abuse charges. The district attorney's office says part of the plea deal will block Perkins from operating any child care facility in the future. She'll also spend 6 months in jail plus 4 years on probation. The DA's office consulted the victim's family when arranging the deal. Perkins is due in court at 8:30 this morning. We'll have the latest for you tonight on 17 News at 5 and 6. A Central Valley neighborhood is shaken by a series of random attacks, and the search is on for the alleged attackers. Fresno police say they got several calls yesterday about a group of young men driving around in a car shooting an airsoft or BB gun. 7 people were shot in a 2-hour span.
He just slowly pulled up. I looked in the car and he pulled up the gun and he just started firing. I thought I'd been hit with a real gun. I made sure that I checked myself for blood.
No one was badly hurt, and so far, police haven't made any arrests.
5:06 now, and the Renegades. Their stadium's in for a makeover. Bakersfield College says renovation work is planned for Memorial Stadium. It was built back in the 1950s. Mike Giacomini, VP of Finances and Administrative Services, says the work should be done by late summer, just in time for football season. The graduation ceremonies will be moved to Rabobank Arena this year. Construction is expected to start April 1st. The project will be funded through Measure J, which voters approved back in 2016.
The Kern County Knights are state champions. The high school aged hockey team was undefeated this season, then went on to win the state title this weekend. The team is coached by former Condors star Paul Willett and former Condors head coach Marty Raymond. It's part of the Los Angeles Kings High School Hockey League. They play throughout Southern California against other high school teams. Congratulations to them.
And we told you about the Kern County Sheriff's Office great finish in the Baker to Vegas race. This morning we're learning more about the deputies who were part of the team. KCSO posted these pictures on Twitter. 3 team members have been running the 120-mile-long race since 1990. Mark Reilly, Michael Bonsness, and Scott Gelatich all have different roles in the department, but are part of the same team during race time and back here at home. KCSO came in 64 out of 285 teams with a finishing time of 16 hours, 12 minutes, 57 seconds.
Well, it's Farm Day in the city today. The annual event introduces children in 2nd through 4th grade to Kern's agricultural role in the community and state. Students will learn about all aspects of farming, including livestock, water, safety, and farm machinery. Local farmers, ranchers, agricultural organizations, and high school FFA students will take part in the demonstrations. The event is put on by the Kern County Farm Bureau. And coming up at 6, 17's Mary Kate Paquette will be live at the fairgrounds, where the setup for the big event is underway this morning.
Fun. Great day for it. Last night, Blaine Hodge was honored in Washington, D.C. with a medal from the Congressional Medal of Honor Society. 17's Washington correspondent Alexandra Limon reports from Washington.
Blaine Hodge stopped a violent attack involving complete strangers in September. A man armed with a machete was attacking a woman at a Bakersfield, California Starbucks. Hodge likely saved her life.
We are pleased to present the 2019 Single Act of Heroism Award to Blaine Hodge.
For his actions, Hodge was awarded one of the nation's highest civilian honors for heroism from the Congressional Medal of Honor Society.
To be honest, I'm still shocked.
Hodge ended up taking the blows from the machete and suffered severe stab wounds on his arms, hands, leg, and torso.
Probably wasn't a good idea to go in barehanded. It was a small price to pay. He slashed the tendons in my hand.
He got more than 200 stitches, and he's still undergoing treatment.
People will say you're so courageous and you're so brave, but it's like when you move on compassion, you just go.
Hodge says he appreciates being honored and he's enjoyed traveling to the nation's capital for the ceremonies. But he says if people remember one thing about his story, he wants it to be this message.
It's not about the heroics, and don't get me wrong, I'm really grateful for all the compliments and positive energy and stuff people are pushing my way, but the biggest thing here is you cannot ignore domestic violence. You can't.
In Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Welcome back in your 17 Business Watch. A Mediterranean restaurant is adding another location to its chain. Flamin' Skewers plans to cut the ribbon at its new restaurant at the Gosford Village Shopping Center in Bakersfield at 3 o'clock this afternoon. This will be its 4th location in Bakersfield. And it's that time of year again. The sandwich shop Jersey Mike's is getting ready for its Day of Giving. All month long, the shop has been collecting donations for the local chapters of the Wounded Heroes Fund and Honor Flight. It all leads up to Wednesday. 100% of sales will go to charity. There are 5 Jersey Mike's locations in Bakersfield, and all are participating. The national franchise says it expects to raise more than $6 million for charity across the country. And a group of Southern California rideshare drivers are staging a 25-hour strike that's set to wrap up today. Rideshare Drivers United Los Angeles, which reports to have 2,800 members, is demanding Uber take back its decision to slash wages by 25%. The drivers also want the company to guarantee a $28 per hour minimum rate. Last week, Uber cut pay for drivers from 80 cents to 60 cents per mile in LA County and portions of Orange County. The move reversed a 25% bump last September. Uber says the changes are supposed to make rates comparable to what they were in the fall and give drivers control over how much money they earn. Drivers say they are not satisfied.
If the ride is a $70, they take almost $40, and there's no explanation for that.
Everyone should win. The customers should be able to save money. The Uber or Lyft company should be able to make money. And the drivers should be able to make money. We're footing the bill for this.
Rideshare Drivers United members also plan to strike against Lyft, whose initial public offering is expected later this week.
Thanks for listening to the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's a 15-minute summary of everything you need to know about Kern County. There's a new episode every weekday.